Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. Hope you guys are having a good holiday season and a good new year. This is your January 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic cross spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements, Wisdom, the Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where you folks should be as far as that goes. All right. So we have 7 and 7th house energy for you guys as Capricorn, and it makes sense to see that come up, right? Because for the first few weeks of January, we'll be in Capricorn season, and there's actually going to be Mercury retrograde energy in that house as well. And 7th house energy in general relates to partnerships or relationships. All right, we have Taurus. Taurus energy for you guys is your 11th house, friendships, groups, and hopes and wishes. And we've had Uranus there for quite some time, and also the North Node. And we have Neptune. So Neptune is actually in Pisces, which is your 9th house, which relates to philosophy, higher learning, foreign affairs. And it's been there for quite some time as well. All right, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 10 of Wands, and then challenging that, we have the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So seeing this combination of cards here, I feel like what this is saying for a lot of you is that there's something that you want to come to an end, but you're not quite sure how to communicate that just yet. So I feel like this is saying you might just be keeping yourself busy in the meantime, right? So it's like to almost avoid having the conversation, right? Or even just thinking about the situation that you want to end. I feel like this could just be saying you're keeping yourself really busy at this time. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, and the World. So seeing these two cards here, I feel like this is saying that it probably is due for you to bring the cycle to an end, whatever it may be, right? For some of you, it could be around a work situation, maybe even a daily routine, a habit that you might have. But it looks like seeing these two cards here could just be saying that actually it looks like you are pretty much due to put it behind, and once you do actually put it to an end, you'll feel that sense of relief and that sense of completion around it. So it could just be one of those things that might be difficult to do, but once you do, I feel like you'll feel that relief. All right, in the past position, we have the King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy here, which we also saw come up in your dice. And for some of you, maybe this could be pointing to, it could be a friendship that possibly want to bring to an end, right? So maybe this is someone that you've been friends with for a really long time, or just a group you've been dealing with, or something along those lines. You might feel like maybe it's no longer a good fit for you. So that could be where the difficulty comes in, right? Is actually finding the right words to communicate that. All right, in the present position, we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So Virgo energy here. This is actually interesting because if this is a one-to-one relationship, it could just be saying that actually deep down maybe you're not sure you want to leave it behind, right? So maybe you've been going through a bit of a rough stretch lately, so the thought could be crossing your mind, but you're not really sure if you want to leave the connection behind altogether, right? But whether it is that type of situation or more of a friendship or a business thing, I feel like this is saying that you're at the very least not ready to communicate just yet, which we saw with the main situation too. All right, in the near future position, we have the Moon and the 2 of Pentacles. So yeah, to me, this is saying that you're still going to be feeling indecisive around the situation, you know, trying to weigh the pros and cons of either path you could take. And this could just be saying that there could be some significance around the lunar cycles, which for you guys definitely makes sense. At the time I'm recording this, we haven't had that new moon in Capricorn just yet. But then once we're physically in January, we're going to have a full moon in your sign pretty early in the month, and then toward the end of the month we'll have a new moon in Aquarius. So definitely pay attention to those lunar cycles to possibly give you some insight on how best to handle a situation. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, and Temperance, Sagittarius energy. So seeing these two cards here with the angel symbolism, I feel like this is saying that you're deep down just hoping that the situation would resolve itself, right? So you're hoping that you could just avoid the conversation altogether, right? And somehow that things will get worked out. So I feel like this is part of why you are staying in the passive position right now, because you're just keeping that faith that, okay, maybe I could actually avoid the situation, but it'll still come to the outcome that I'm hoping for. All right. In the environment position, we have the Knight of Wands. So yeah, this could just be saying that with the energies around, you actually might feel like you're being nudged to take action around the situation, but again, not necessarily feeling ready to do so. Right? For some of you, this could be someone that you're dealing with as well, though. If that is someone else you're dealing with, this is a very action-oriented person. So if your energy is more of the type where you're really trying to weigh the pros and cons over and over, this person will be a lot more impulsive, so there could be a bit of a clash there too. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Three of Wands. So yeah, to me, this is another indicator. Like I said, I feel like this is pointing to you just really hoping for the situation to resolve itself. Some of you can be a work-related thing too, I do have to say, given that we've seen some Pentacles and then Aries energy for you guys as your house of career. But yeah, looks like this is what you're hoping for the situation to just resolve on itself. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Hanged Man. So yeah, to me, this says that this month it doesn't look like you're actually going to be in the mode to take action. So now the good thing is, I would say, so for example, if this feeling to want to end something only crept up on you very recently, then it really can just be the transits, right? Like we were saying, you can have that Mercury retrograde in the opposite sign, so that could definitely bring some feelings like that about. Whereas if this is something you've been feeling for months, right, and it's just been going on, then it might be in your best interest to actually take action. But yeah, seeing this in the outcome, I feel like this is saying you're really still going to be weighing the pros and cons. And if that's the case, I mean, at least energetically speaking, by February, the energy will be more clear as well, so you might be more comfortable making this decision at that time. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, this usually does represent actually communicating. If we see his stance there, doesn't look too confident, right? The way that they're holding the sword doesn't look too confident either, so it could just be one of those things where, like I said, it looks like you're dreading having a conversation, but you keep feeling a nudge to do so at the same time. All right, so moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Don't Make Assumptions, and it says Eliminate Gossip. Okay, it says making assumptions is a setup for suffering because usually we gossip about our assumptions. We make assumptions and believe we are right, then we defend our assumptions and try to make others wrong. So, I mean, definitely be a helpful message, especially given, like we said, we will have that Mercury retrograde that you guys will be dealing with in January. Okay, and moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Not For You. There's the artwork, and the number is 6. So we'll see what that has to say. Okay, essential meanings. It says a clear knowing that something is being denied you. Rejection is God's protection. The Oracle's message. There are times when it appears that no matter how deeply you desire something, no matter how hard you work at something, the results you seek are always seem to elude you. It is as if you don't really get to be in the game, and you just feel like you're watching from the sidelines. The appearance of this card indicates that you are not going to attain what you want right now, that indeed, your dreams for that exact thing will not be fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available to you when you want it. Take heart, for there are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea of what is for your highest good. Rejection is God's protection. Something much better that will make you truly happy is on its way. Trust us. So, definitely a pretty positive message there, especially because, like I was saying, it looks like for some of you are hoping for a situation to resolve on its own. So, hope that resonated. The relationship message says some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags escape your observation or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. So yeah, those last two sentences about if you're the one who has to reject someone, I feel like that might be more of the case, at least as far as the energies that I was seeing in this spread. It seems like you were the one who seems more likely to want to end something, but you're just hesitant to communicate it. So hopefully that message resonated for you if that's your situation. And the prosperity message says you can strategize and project and systemize and invest all your time and energy, but sometimes your best laid plans seem to go awry in spite of it all. Keep in mind that no effort is wasted. Fail fast and learn from defeat. Then keep going. You will eventually succeed, although perhaps not at this game, not at this time. Know when to fold your cards. So yeah, another interesting message there, right? Like I said, especially if this is pointing to you wanting to leave something behind, but at the same time being a little bit resistant to it. All right, and lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Garuda mudra. The keyword for it is maturity. All right, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says improves intelligence, increases digestive fire, activates Manipura chakra, builds martial prowess, and according to legend, serves as protection against snakes, snake bites, and venom in general. So if that sounds like a movie you think would be beneficial for you guys, I'll put the name in the description of the video as always. Once again, I hope you guys having a good holiday season and have a happy new year, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.